Now we are going to understand how to use special object module.export, and this is also common JS module format. So what we have done, we have created separate module for sum.js, and inside index.js we are just requiring this module using require function. This was working fine and also we are able to get the result. But in Node.js, this is not how we do. Instead, what we will be doing, we are just going to expose this functionality, and that functionality can be used in other files. So for that, we will be using common JS module format. In that, we will be using this module.exports object. And this is already available in Node.js, so you don't have to worry about this. You simply have to write module.exports, and this will be equal to sum. Okay, here I have created sum function. So simply I am just exporting this sum, and these two lines I am just going to comment. So inside this file, I am having function and I am just exporting this sum. Basically, I am just exposing this sum functionality so that I can use in other files. Now inside index.js, I am already requiring this. Now if I try to run, I will hit enter. I will only have hello world. I will not be having any result from sum.js, because inside this file we are not calling the function and we are not displaying the data. But here usually what we will do, whatever functionality we will write, we are just exposing that functionality so that we can use in other files. Now instead of directly requiring the module, I have to create the variable. I will give the variable name as sum. And for this, simply I'm just going to assign this value. Now, whatever functionality we have exposed inside this sum.js, that entire thing will be accessed and it will be assigned to this sum variable. Now, below this, I can simply call this sum. Inside this, I will give the value 8, 9. Now, simply what I will do, this entire thing, I just want to display in console. I will write here console.log. I will just close it here. Now I will open terminal. I will clean this. I will run node index. As soon as I hit enter, I am able to get the result. 8 plus 9, I am having 17. And whatever console message we have displayed, that also we are able to print. So using this, we have just stored the sum in a constant. And now whatever functionality we have exposed inside this sum using this module.export, we are able to access and we are just able to call this function. I can call multiple times. I will give another values. I will give 5, 6. Save it. Open terminal. I will run. And here I will have the result 11. Now, no matter how many times I call the function, each and every time I will be having the result. And inside this entire file, I am only exporting this sum. So for this, we can simply tell this is the default export. So whenever we are doing default export inside other file while requiring the module, if we change the name, then also it is going to work. Here I will write some number, and while calling, simply I have to use the same variable some number. Here also I will be pasting. I will open terminal. Now again you can see I will be having the result. So if I just require this, inside this sum, I have only exported this one thing. So by default, it is just going to access the sum function and we can simply call the function. And make a note, in each and every file, we can have only one default export. I will just copy this again. Here I will write, instead of sum, I will write sub. Okay, subtraction. Here I will write a minus b. Now I cannot do this. I will just come down. I will write here sub. I will come here below this. I will write here const. I will write here sub is equal to required. Inside this, I'm just going to give this sum. Below this, I'm just going to log sub. Here I will give 8 comma 1. I will open terminal. As soon as I hit enter, now you can see I got 7, I got -1, and here I got -1. So what it has done, it has only taken default export for this one, and accordingly it has just calculated. And here I am calling sub number, and for this line also it is just taking the default export as sub, and here I will have 8 minus 9 minus 1, 5 minus 6 minus 1. So I will not be having proper result. So it is very important to understand in each and every file we can have only one default export. And from here I will remove this, and also I'm just going to remove. So here we have created some functionality, and we have just exposed this some functionality using this module.exports object. Then if we want to use in other files, we are simply requiring, and that value we are just assigning to the variable. So basically this format is common JS format for importing and exporting data, which is widely used in Node.js.